And I'm back with another stream. This time we're gonna do a new Bannerlord playthrough. Now I always tend to go for the Empire, just because I really like the troops that they have with the really nice archers. But this time I'm still gonna pick Vladians for their bonus, but we're gonna go. I don't know who we're gonna align with. We could align with anyone. That's who we are. Just make it a little more accurate. Why not? Let's get a little scar going on. I don't know what I'm gonna really do for my character build, really. You know what? Let's make ourselves a master hunter. That seems like fun. Good with horses? No. Leadership is always nice. It gives me leadership and tactics, which is always nice. In case I get into a fight I don't want to fight. I hunted small game. This will get me some bow as well as some control. Trained with the skirmishers? No, that's throwing. Scouts. That'll give me even more bow control. My biggest achievement was Village from a Flood. That'll get me even more tactics. I kind of want to increase my social and leadership if that's possible. That's social, but not. You know what? Let's, since we get a lot more actual, like, skill points rather than attribute points, which are your social, cunning, etc., I might get, the one that increases leadership, which is the Flood. Or not leadership, I'm going to get the one that increases social. This way, because I can increase leadership a lot easier than I can increase social. And we'll have drawn off the raiders that killed my family with a horde of, with a ton of arrows. Alright. Rothard. Sounds pretty neat. Alright. Going on realistic for everything, except for, we're gonna go normal difficulty, but I'm gonna make recruitment difficulty very easy, because it's just really boring when you can't get troops. This will ensure that that never really happens. Don't think it really changes much, rather than needing to run around to try and find troops. So I do not need the tutorial. I've played this game a little bit before. So I always end up siding with the Southern Empire, or I make my own family name. Ooh, what should our family name be? I genuinely can't think of a family name. Why can't I think? Family name. I can't think of anything. I'm bad with names. Let's go Sanguinius. Sanguinius. That is totally wrong. I'm gonna Google it. This is no, that was right. Alright, I should have more faith. This is the Primarch from the Blood Angels in the Warhammer 40k universe. It's a series that I really like, and because that's our family name, since I have the banner paste mod installed, I can get the code. I should have probably gotten this beforehand, but I forgot. Right, I can get a code from Steam. Like here, I can get the Imperial Guard, but I'm going to jump down to the Space Marines and get the Blood Angels. And our family name is one of the Blood Angels. Copy paste, and here it is. That's going to show up on all of our shields and whenever we're running around the map. You can see right there, that's our banner. So first things first, we start off with 1,000 gold. No, nothing to our name other than that. What we really want to do is 3 things. Build up enough troops so that we stop getting harassed by looters, which we can't do because they just stole all the troops from here. And the second thing is we want to figure out who we want to align ourselves with. There's a ton of different kingdoms. There's Southern Empire, Northern Empire, Western Empire. I believe these are the Khuzaits. I'm always bad with names. I think these are Vilandians, the culture that we are. And I already have this. That's weird. I'll give them tight formation so we can do more damage to cavalry, and we have less casualties to archer fire. Wait, no. Less casualties while using shield wall. I misread that. I'm going to go dead aim because obviously I'm already a sniper. Then we're going to go leadership because leadership is really useful for Raise the Meek. If you ever get devastated in a battle, you can quite quickly create a somewhat moderately trained troop force again, as well as authority is also really nice because your garrisons are 20% more effective, so it's more difficult for your towns and cities to be captured. So our first goal is to get established clan done, as every time you reach a new clan tier in clan, every time this goes up, you get a lot more troops. As you can see, additional party size is up by 15. And once we do that, we will get a mission to go save the rest of our family from the raiders, the ones that we drove off with arrows back when I was making the character. So our goal is basically to just get to get to roughly 10 people, and then get to 5 people, and then fight off some looters to get a little bit more in the way of troops, more so well-trained troops, as that is the biggest problem. I'm going to join this tournament. I really need to win this, otherwise I'm throwing away majority of our money, but I am not too worried. I'm going to input 150 gold and I should get 600, which will be almost doubling our money. So yeah, WASD, there you go. I'm going to drop my shield. Got this. We got this. Oh. Yeah, there we go. That was a legionary as well. That's the best infantryman that the Imperials can dish out. I'm going to bet another 150. Now we're going to be getting 1,000 gold if we win this. Gonna just take off their guy who's throwing stuff. here we go. I'm sorry, Cantain, but I don't understand what you mean by Earth Heart. Here we go, another one-on-one. I'm pretty sure these are guaranteed to be sword and shields, which is really useful because the AI really doesn't know what to do if you just hold your shield up. But they just like attack wildly when you have your shield up, which is really useful. That was Garros, which is actually a high noble in the Western Empire. That was pretty cool to take him out in a fight. Alright, so with that, we made 1,600 money, as we can see down here, but we also got a Mail Cough, which is a really high-end armor piece. And so with this extra money, we can actually afford to buy some armor. I'm gonna sell that. And sell this, and I'm gonna get a basic sword with our winnings, because those are pretty much useless. As you can see, even the battered shields, they have our logo on it, which I always find to be really cool. One of my favorite parts about this game is customizing a banner. Not that I'm any good at it, it's just something I really enjoy. So we're gonna pay 840. That's not even half of what we won from the fight. So we got a lot better armor, we got some better weapons. I'm gonna accept that. And yeah, I already checked if we could recruit troops. We're gonna leave again. And I think what we're going to do is we're gonna set our destination to be around here. And we are going to try and become Vilandian. At Renown level 2, we can become a mercenary for a kingdom. And at Renown level 3, we become a vassal, where if they take a kingdom, or like if they take a city or a castle, like these are cities, these are just villages, they're attached to specific cities. Where if I was to take Jalmyra, I can't pronounce it, but you see how these are all the same banner. With Dardos here is the same banner as this city. If I take this city, I automatically get these 3 villages. So you don't really need to worry about them nearly as much. You're more so just going after the bigger things. But my goal is to side with one of these two, whoever is winning when I'm clan level 2. That's who I will join, and then they will hopefully take over some more cities and then offer them to me as a vassal. And the cool thing is, technically I don't own the cities, I'm just managing them and taking the tax from them. And in exchange, I will offer troops for the kingdom at war. But at any time, I can just leave the kingdom, and I can leave it while giving back the territories, in which case I leave without a fight, or I can leave without giving back the territories, where I leave and I go to war with the kingdom immediately. Now, there's a bug with the game, or not so much a bug as a oversight, where if you were to... we need food. I forgot about that. That's a whole thing. Food is needed to live. If you were to... What's it called? If you are to go to war with someone, if you have a lot of charm, it doesn't matter how much they hate you, they will almost always accept a peace, which is kind of broken. I did that for one of my playthroughs on my own, and it was extremely broken. Some people liked me so much that I could walk up to them, ask them to give me money, and they just would. And in this game, that is insanely broken, because there are some people who start the game off with millions of gold. for example, the Western Empire and the leader of this kingdom, I forget its name, the yellow one, they both start with millions of gold. These are Britannian. They have actually cavalry built in, but they don't have any archers. They have skirmishers, who are people just throw javelins. But other than that, they were really just... I really only pick them up when I want cavalry, so I'm going to take 4. And I'm going to go into my party and drop 4 recruits. So I have troops 20 out of 20. And now, I'm just going to run around and hunt people down, like these looters. I'm going to hunt them down, kill them, and then I'm going to use this as a way to level up my troops, so they're higher level and they do more damage and they're just better in every way. Because right now, I'm just have a band of people with pitchforks running around. Which is alright, but if I ever come across anyone other than looters, who are basically the same thing, I will be demolished. Now, I would normally not want to fight this because they have forest bandits, but there's another guy who joined the fight, and we have such a lead because he brought 55 troops. I'm going to just auto-resolve this. And you see how even though we had such a lead, I still lost a guy. It's because they don't have shields that they, This is actually better armor. I don't understand how, but hey. It is. Although it only gives me one, it actually gives me 1 less armor overall. It also, it gives you the armor in the chest rather than in the legs and the arms. I just find that to be better. It may not be. It's just my personal preference. But now we're in Vilandian, so you can see that the culture, the faction is Vilandian, or Vilandia, and I'm not sure if you can see the culture. But the culture is the type of troop you can recruit in it, in the city. Now you'll see we have Vilandian recruits, who we have crossbowmen, we have massive shock cavalry, we have some really nice tier 6 or tier 5, sorry, infantrymen with long spears. We got some pikemen, which are also pretty neat, but they don't have shields. So I'll tend to just build the sergeants, the vanguards, and the sharpshooters, honestly. Just because I don't really like men without shields. I tend to use the same tactic for most fights, which is a shield wall. And I'm starving. Alrighty then. I forgot to buy food again. You'll notice me tend to do that a lot, and I tend to just... That's really cheap grain. I tend to just buy massive amounts of food. Like, we have 13 days worth. I'll probably buy more in, like, when we get to the city. Just because I want to stockpile it so I don't have to think about it as much. An arena. There is a tournament. Beautiful. While our renown level while our clan level is 1, we actually have extremely nice, we have extremely bad odds, where if it's a 1 to 4 ratio for gold, as you can see here, 100 gold, and you win, you get 400. It's an insanely good thing. Just, there we go. I'm not good with spears on horseback. I really am not. So, I tend to try and use bows at most. That's a sergeant. They have a sergeant. That's not good. And I'm all alone, so I just lost that 150 gold, unless I can win this somehow. Which I actually extremely doubt. Alright, go around the tree. Maybe pick off the sergeant here. Nice. That was more of... not a sergeant. That guy's a sergeant with the cape. Oh no, the horse is almost dead. And the horse is dead already. So this is not good. As you can see, we're in a pretty bad spot here. This is one of the things I don't like about this game. It would be really cool if they made it where if you were good enough, you could win a 1v4. But if you get stuck on the ground, you're just stuck because they're constantly hitting you. So if you decide to drop your shield at all, you would lose. But I just got kind of not really unlucky, more so, well, I got unlucky. I'm not good on horseback with a spear. So if they didn't put me with the spear, they say gave me the sword or the bows, I might have been able to do a little more. And apparently I lost a troop. I don't know when oh yeah, when we fought the, what's it called? When we fought the looters. I forgot. So I'm gonna converse. It's always good to be polite, because depending on their attitude, they could actually, just doing the main quest here. So he's saying to talk to the leader of their kingdom. There's 2 leaders per culture, kind of thing. So the Empire, they have 3 kingdoms, but only 2 leaders for their culture for this quest. So I have to talk to all 10. And in all of my playthroughs, one of them has died before I can actually get to them, which is extremely upsetting, because I've never finished this quest. I don't know what comes after it. You don't trust me enough. I see how it is. Goodbye. So basically that blue check mark means that has a quest for me. And I can do the quest. Some of them are really good, like I need help collecting tax. You can have a third of the tax you collect, which is amazing. Especially if it's in a major city and you collect 5,000 and you're like, yeah, you can have a third of it. It's really nice, but this time that was not the case. And you can see when it's green here, that means it's cheaper than normal. And you can see it's telling me where I can sell it. That's really nice, and olives especially, they're really cheap here. I'm gonna take up as many olives as I can actually physically buy, which is not that much. 110. Now we're gonna go sell these at Poros, which is basically back where we spawned. Now the problem is we now have no gold, so we gotta go over here and hope that they sell for more than 11. Or we can kill the looters. Come on. Come here. Come on. Don't run. I need you. Our speeds are tied, I'm pretty sure. They're at 4.8. Yeah, we're basically the same speed, so we're gonna have to cut them off. Which is what we're doing by accident, because they ran into a corner. Which is another thing I don't get. I normally don't play on the higher difficulties, just because I play this game for a good time, not really a difficult time, but I decided to kick it up a notch. Or no, charge, but I want you in A. Why did they change that? So it's F2 now. It used to be, so the F3, rather than toggle, it used to be formation. Now it's changed. As you can see here, if I can get a headshot, which I won't be able to. Man, I forgot how bad you start off in this game. It did 80 damage comparative. That's not only because it's a headshot, but it's also because I got the Deadeye trait, which increases headshot damage. And this short sword is really short, I forgot. So, there's actually a lot of stuff to take into account with this game, especially when picking a weapon. I couldn't really care less about the damage. I more so want the longest sword possible, because I tend to be on horseback a lot. And it's just really difficult to hit people when you're running around in the middle of a massive battle, trying to hit them with a stubby little sword. There we go. I got all of them. None of them escaped, which is good. And all the people who died were Imperial recruits, which are what I want, because everyone else I hired because I want to upgrade them to be Britannia. I want mounted skirmisher. Yeah, javelins. Alright, so I want to get the runner and the skirmisher. Warrior, runner. And this, I will take 5 archers and the rest as footmen. Alright, we'll put the archers at the bottom, infantry at the top. And another thing that's really good about having a large amount of... And we're overweight, so we're actually running extremely slow now. But, is any of this better than what I'm wearing? You'll find that this is often not the case, but early game even looters can drop some really good gear. So I'm gonna just run in here and sell all the loot from the raiders, or looters, not raiders. Hopefully after I sell all the loot from the raiders, 400 gold, that's really good. I will actually pick up, oh, they don't have any mules. I was gonna buy a mule because it would actually allow us to be within capacity, because as you can probably assume, a pack mule is really good for carrying stuff. Did I recruit them? Yeah, I did, okay. Now, I don't have Disciplinarian, which is a trait. I forget where, but it is one. I think it's in Leadership. It's high up for sure. Charm. Anyway, it's a trait that lets you level up. Looters, because looters are actually Imperial infantrymen if you train them up. But you need to have a certain trait to do it. There's also really nice cavalry that you can get out of it, but again, it's really difficult. Now I gotta hope this time that I'm not a cavalry person unless they give me a sword. But those reinforced leather is really nice to get. Beautiful. I'm on foot, and I do not... do you want to forfeit? No. I just need to make sure I didn't click the wrong one there. That would have been bad. I'm going to try and stand in front of my friend here. Stop him from shooting my friend. There we go. Really, the biggest trick about being a infantryman in this game is just hold your shield. Now, this is a free-for-all with spears, which is never something I enjoy. Again, just because I'm bad at spears, but it's not because the spears aren't fun. They are really fun, it's just I find it difficult to get the timing right, is all. I'm trying to aim for the actual horses, because if you can get them on the ground, you can do a lot more damage, or not. You can't do more damage actually, because if you are, what's it called? If you're going in opposite directions, you actually have more speed, so it does more damage. You can see the relative speed in the bottom left if I hit something. Like there, you could see the third line from the bottom there. It says relative speed. Relative movement was 2.21 meters per second. If we're moving in opposite direction on horseback, it can get even higher, and that increases damage. It's just more difficult to hit someone on horseback. You can see that time, rather than doing 20 damage, I did 69. Even though I didn't hit him in the head, I hit him in the shoulder. It's all because of the relative movement speed. Now I just charge at this guy. He had to shield up, so that sucks. But this time, dance around the horse, get him stuck. You see, his relative speed there was 14 meters a second, even though neither of us were at top speed because we were going in opposite directions. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, I gotta make it for that horse. I gotta hope he doesn't come at me again. And he's coming at me again. Horse. Ah, I didn't get much. I hit it in the leg. And I missed that time. I'm not good on the horse, but I need to be on the horse, otherwise he's gonna run at me and hit me over and over again. I need to be able to outmaneuver this man. Now I can line up for a hit while he's still running around. And I fluffed it. Alrighty. See me in hell? Yeah. After I send you there. Ah ha ha, I got him. Oh man, this fight is really dragging out, huh? Oh, is there another horse? Yes, there is. But I don't need no horse. I got you. So with polearms, you can only attack up and down rather than left and right. So it's actually a really easy to block them when you're not with the shield. Because when you don't have a shield, you actually have to guess which way that they are. But with a shield, you can just go up and then swing your shield side to side. I should probably help my teammate. There we go. It's also really good I got both the kills, so now my one-handed went up. I'm going to put everything I have, literally every penny we own, into this fight. And it's horsemen. Of course it is. I always thought it was guaranteed 1v1s were sword and shield, but I guess I haven't spent enough time in Vilandia, huh? Now I did a ton of damage to his horse, but so did he. But I did a lot more, actually. I should be able to kill his horse before he kills mine, which would be amazing. Or I could just hit him for 96 damage. There, his horse is dead. Now I just need to move at the right time. And he's... okay. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. That is a win for us. We now get renowned to level up. We got our nice braces, which will definitely be better than the ones we have. And roughly 1,000 gold. We're in a really okay spot. Not good. Definitely not good spot. We're going to trade. And we are definitely putting on these, which double our protection on our arms. And with that, we can actually get a better shield. The highest value possible, and we're going to scroll down a little bit. Get a nice Western shield, and for arrows, I definitely don't have enough for stacked bodkin, which would be really nice, but we're going to get barbed arrows, which are less, but they do an extra damage per arrow, which is a lot more than it sounds like. And I'm going to give up a little bit of accuracy for more missile speed, which is, as we discussed earlier, speed is damage. And there go most of our winnings, but we should be able to get to another fight relatively quick, I hope. So we're basically just running around trying to make a name for ourselves so we can start working for someone. The eventual goal of this entire series is to become either A, the king of everyone, or become the vassal of the king of everyone. Basically, the person I join, I want to see their color all over the map. And these two bars, the first bar is pulling back and locking the crossbow. The second one is actually loading the arrow. So I can actually, what's it called? I can, oh, why is my brain so slow? If I were to stop reloading, in the middle, I can. Like if I were to go there and then I switch, I can then continue out. I can then continue reloading from the second bar. You got in my way. The thing about crossbows compared to bows is you cannot... Okay, that was a really nice shot on his end. But we should win here, either way. Basically, the crossbows you can't reload on horseback. Bows, some bows you can. Longbows you can't. And apparently we did lose it. But if this is a 4-person fight, if we came second, we still move on. So, not that big of a deal, I hope. Yeah, it was 4 different teams. Now we have a total of 1 gold left. I'm so used to bows where you can reload while moving, and I took an arrow to the face. That's not good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. They're the same team. Alright. Up. Which way? Down. I missed, but he missed, and I got hit. But we came second, so we still move on, either way. And I'm gonna bet a whole 1 gold. Alrighty. With 1 gold on the line. More like 301, but... Alright, I guess with polearms you can't... Ow. Alright, time to run. Please don't hit me. Alright, we're gonna hide behind this rock. Reload. And jump shot. That was a really bad idea. Oh no! And that's it. We lost all our money. Man. That was a really bad idea to try a jump shot. But yeah, just let me know if you want me to continue this. So we bought the olives for 11, so we're gonna sell them for 17. Get a little bit of money so no one deserts us while we're moving down to a better place to sell them. We're gonna run to here as fast as our little feet can carry us. We're gonna actually go after them. I guess we're not, because they just disappeared. So you tend to notice that you see a lot of the same banners. That's because each lord has their own family, and each family has their banner. I am the lord of the Sanguinius family, the name that we gave our family at the start of the game. And basically this banner, whenever you see that banner, it's something I own. And come on, cut him off. And you didn't cut him off. Why are you like this? Haha, help. Since there's 102 troops against 7, I'm not gonna watch the fight. I'm just gonna auto-resolve. Oh shoot, I forgot to... Man, that's a waste of food. I forgot to ransom the looters back at the last city, so we've been feeding them this whole way. Can I catch up to them? 3.1, 4.6, no. Tavern District, ransom prisoners. We're full already. Arena. Join tournament. Now, this seems like a really irresponsible way to spend your money. But early game is one of the only ways to make money. So I put 45 gold on the line. And headshot, I believe. That was way too short. Alright, headshot, I believe. Way too far. Maybe I should just stop believing. Maybe that's the trick. Of course I hit my teammate. You can really only hit your teammate with I did nothing that round. You can only hit your teammate with projectiles. This is a longbow, so like I said before, it's the type of bow you can't shoot on horseback. I really need to get better bow skill. Oh no, I'm screwed. What? Ah! This is not good. Not a good start. But, hey. What can you do? I'm gonna need to sell some more olives. Ooh, nice. That's a lot of money. I'm glad I didn't sell it before, because if I did, that would be pretty bad. Lose all of that money in that fight. Alrighty, we're gonna try and hunt down these looters. And hopefully pull that 6. Yes, we pulled the 6 in. Now we're just gonna tell everyone to charge. Or no, we're gonna tell them to sit here. And the archers will sit here, because I forgot we have archers now. Everyone. So if you don't tell your infantry to fire at will, they actually won't, which is really, really not cool. I'm so not used to the new, like, thing. They changed everything. Or at least your military commands, they changed. They changed how, no, I don't want you 3 deep, I want you guys 2 deep. They changed where everything is. It used to be F3, F2 to make a shield wall. Now it's F2, F2, which is admittedly easier. It's just a lot different. Now everyone will charge. This way when the looters run away, all of my archers will also go. And we're running scared. Why are we running scared? They're looters. Oh no, I don't want to get captured. The music change is quite fitting. But I can pull this out as long as I don't get pebbled to death. Or that. That is also really bad. Man. How did looters take us out? I've only had that happen once, and that was when I only had 5 men. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run over here, far away from everyone, and start swinging my sword. My diamond sword. Aha. And run. Basically, I'm gonna have to dance around them because my horse is really damaged. I can't risk going into a melee fight. Alright, and we run again. Every stone I take is really bad at this point because I have to kill 9 people all on my own. That's not good. Come on. Shield up. As I get better with the bow, I can actually specialize into being a horse archer. But for now, it's just really, really bad. Ah, okay. We're good. The game does track AI ammo, so eventually they will run out of stones, but by that point they'll probably have not killed my horse and me. Okay, that's good. How many are left? There's 8 left. I really shouldn't have wished for that 6 to be pulled in. Alright. 4. Fuck. There's the rest of them. That's not good. I'm totally gonna die here. I might just leave. Screw it. Bye. This sucks. I just lost all of my troops. Admittedly, they were all recruits, but that's still like 220 gold to recruit them back. It's never fun to lose. Oh man. Alrighty. I'm just gonna tell them to charge.
Hold arrows! Fire! Form a shield wall! Put me forward!
I'm gonna run laps around them to try and draw off a couple. So that is more like a 8 on 7, I guess. Beautiful. Much better engagement this time. Honestly, I forgot that the people who retreated would come back and fight for me the next time, the next engagement, because I never tend to end up needing a second engagement. But we lost a lot of men. I do want skirmishers, right? Yeah, I want skirmishers because this guy doesn't have a shield. I really don't like that. Admittedly, this guy doesn't. This guy does have a shield. Hey, neat. All right, Vylandian recruit. I want Vylandians for sharpshooters, so we're gonna go Levy. Yes, Levy crossbowmen. Then these guys, we want the runners still. Alrighty. Put the peasants at the top because they're not even tier 1 yet, which is pretty bad. I said I want archers at the bottom, and I lost all my all five of my really nice archers. Beer, dates, grapes. That'll raise morale. The variety of food. Man, I'm in such a bad spot now. It's not funny, but it is. I always forget the recruit all button is a thing, and I don't want to wait. That is a waste of food. Alright, that is just telling me that there are prisoners able to recruit, and I would rather nimble. I want to get away from things, so we're going to put a point into here so we can learn one-handed. And assemble and lead armies, that's for kingdoms. Like, my party doesn't count as an army. I need to spend influence to pull people into an army, but I can't really do that if I'm not in a kingdom. And to create a kingdom, I need to own a city, which is difficult to take because they're all owned by kingdoms. What I would really love is a Bannerlord mod that starts off as every kingdom is independent. Like, every faction is independent. There's not a single kingdom that's actually set up yet. I think that'd be really cool to see the power struggle. I really need to up my bows. So basically, as you put more focus points into things, you get more learning. You get a bigger learning rate, so every 1 experience I earn is actually 10. Right? And the higher your base stat, the higher it is for each of these 3, as well as your focus increases that specific 1, which is why I said earlier I wanted to increase social, because I couldn't increase leadership. But once we get to town, once we get to Poros, that is, I think that's where we're gonna end it off today. That is a lot of recruits. Alrighty. Beer, sell. Let's sell the 1 fish. I'll buy a little bit more grain. Buy 2 mules. And we'll join a tournament and hope we don't get killed. Man, again. Alright, their horseman's down. That's really good. That means we have a cavalry advantage. But the cavalry advantage is extremely bad. So... Alright, that's good. I'm going to put everything we have into this. Which is really not a good idea, as you've probably been able to tell. Man. Nice. Oh, I thought he killed that bowman. Dang it. No! His horse is dead. He's going to try and get on another one, if possible. But it's a 1v4. That's definitely over. Well, that's really bad. So, I've got to stop betting on stuff. I don't know what to do at this point. Because we are kind of screwed. Is there anything I can sell? You know what? I think we're gonna join the Azari. Again, awful at pronunciations. Don't get mad at me. I think we're gonna join here because not only are they really good for trade, which is good for money, they're also really good with horses and horse archers especially. And just being able to murder wide amounts of enemies before you even engage is just always useful. Howdy, Floke. Callum, what's up? I'm just trying to hunt down these little looters raiding some territory. Off to a pretty awful start so far. I'm 5 days in and I had 300 gold. I started with 1,000. I lost it all.
Raise your shields! Hold fire! Fire at will!
Alrighty. Yeah, it's a pretty bad start, but it's not the game's fault. It's just my fault. What's that guy doing? Buddy? You good? Okay, we're starting. Time to get behind the line again. So I have my infantry throwing all their javelins, which is really important because they don't do that normally. You have to tell them to, which is kind of weird. Alrighty, we lost 2 of them, but they were wounded. So they're going to come back after a little while, which is good. That's fine, you'll get them. You want to do a CS comp, or are you doing one while watching? I'm confused. I'm gonna stick away from that 18 though, because that's kind of scary. But there are 3 major ways to make money. The biggest one is to the biggest one is to spend 15,000 gold to create a trade caravan. Especially if you're not a part of a kingdom. The only thing that can kill them is looters. but they're very rarely gonna die to looters. So really what you gotta worry about is if you join a kingdom, because if your kingdom's at war with someone, so are your caravans, and your 30 caravan guard can't really go up against anybody. So they're really good when you're at peace or when you aren't fighting anyone, but they're kind of atrocious when you're part of a kingdom. The second way is to own territory. You can only really get territory from winning it, from stealing it off of someone. But the only way to steal it off of someone is to go to war with someone. That's just not something I can. They're going in the same direction. Okay, good. I don't want to fight 30. I'm gonna lose that fight. Basically you have to steal the territory, and the third way is to just kill looters and sell their stuff, or kill people and sell their stuff, which is the slowest and worst way, but it's one of the only ways that I can currently. So after this fight, I am going to switch off of Bannerlord and do I don't know what. I'm still so getting used to this. It is so odd. Where are they? There they are. Just throw a couple arrows out. Hopefully I'll hit someone. Probably won't though, because it's so inaccurate. That's right, you throw them javelins.
Ready yourselves! Charge!
So basically, if you tell them to line up in a certain place, they will face that way, even if the enemy's behind them. So what I did before engaging there is I told them to face the enemy and then engage. I'm not sure if it does anything after I say charge, but it makes me feel better. Alrighty, let's get some archers in. I wanted skirmishers from... yeah. Levy crossbowmen. Alright. So this is our first tier 4 unit. He's a really, you can see how heavily armored he is compared to everyone else. But that's really useful. And so, the real struggle begins. Well, no, the big struggle's pretty much over with the, what's it called? With getting to and from a place is the biggest problem. I really should have bought some grain before I left, though, because that would have made it so much easier. Once I get into Poros, I will save. Then I think we're gonna switch games up. I think I'll play Fallout 4. And if anyone in chat wants to input, you can tell me what I should do for my stats, which I think would be pretty neat. Why is food so expensive? What? 17 gold for grain? That's 70%. Wow. Anyway, that is it. I will save as... I've used this banner before. It's gonna get really confusing. Save game as... I can't think of anything today, can I? Stream save 1. Alright. That'll do. Alright. Anyway. that'll be it for Bannerlord. I am now going to just switch games.